think you advise the Minister in some capacity, don't you?
Not in, I don't have a PR contract with the department,
okay, well,
or indeed with the
then
HSE.
You're perfectly free, thankfully, to comment on it.
I have a contract, tiny little contract, to write the occasional speech for the Minister, and it's paid for out of his constituency funds, not out of the Department of Health.
I saw that. But this last week now, Terry, has been a PR disaster. I mean, it took 5 days before people were assured that they weren't going to lose the hours.
Cut across you? It's been a shitload worse than a PR disaster. To call it a PR disaster is to trivialise it. And to talk about PR in this context at all is wrong. The fact is that people who are already disabled, who depend utterly on their personal assistance to live a decent life, to live a productive life, to get out of bed in the morning, ended up outside Leinster House. That simply shouldn't happen.
But wasn't that the communications problem? Sorry to interrupt you, Terry, but as Fiona was just saying...
It was a communications problem greatly exacerbated by the fact that some journalists didn't pay a blind bit of attention to what was actually...
But listen, there was no minister, Terry. By Friday, there was no minister.
Let me finish the point that I'm making, which is, on Sunday, Tony Browne went out. Now, I don't care about this one way or the other, except from the point of view of the people who ended up outside Leinster House. Tony Browne went out and he said very clearly, this is there. Every single other option is going to be squeezed dry before we go near that. The Minister had apparently, I didn't see him, gone out on radio and on television on Friday. That was simply not picked up. He didn't actually...
Doorstep, Terry. Now, doorstep. He didn't sit down with anybody. And we asked him all week. We've asked him every night this week. We've asked him to come on the programme and to explain the situation.
I'm really sorry he hasn't acceded to your request, Noreen.
Well, unfortunately, it's too late now. But no, look, the reality is, we weren't all stupid. The people who went to the door didn't do, except that they thought that they were going to lose their PA hours. So there was a communications problem there.
There wasn't a problem.
Who's saying that there wasn't a communications problem? It was solved. They got a letter that said, folks,
we had to camp out overnight in their wheelchairs outside government buildings.
I agree with you. Who's disapproving of this? The fact is that all this bullshit about, was it a U-turn? Well, who cares? We are facing into an autumn where not just health, but every big spend department is going to have the most god-awful options. And let me tell you something, PR doesn't apply. The notion that you could, for example, go into health, and the traditional approach, if you were going into health to do the PR at this stage is, okay, lads, first of all, you must not attack anything to do with people who have personal assistance. Secondly, you must not attack home helps, because that allows people to stay out of institutions, and we're not having that. You must not attack innovative drugs that will keep cancer patients alive. You must not attack the old, because you saw what happened with a bloody medical card the last time you did it. And then when you've done, oh, and you're not allowed to attack very sick children, it's intolerable. Then you go beyond the patients and the clients, and you say, and you can't attack nurses because everybody loves nurses. Do you know something? The list is too big.
But that's not fair, Terry. That's not fair. People are watching us, and people know that very tough decisions have to be made. But the problem here was that there was a vacuum, as Thomas Byrne said. Nobody came out and assured them.
Conceded. Yes. Okay.
So the problem was the Minister.
I think the problem here